Oh boy. Okay. Alright, well, it's been time. What's up, YouTube? This is Seishun here on another edition of Anime Live Stream Reactions. Today we're going to react to episode 11 of the third season of My Team Romantic Comedy SNAFU, or otherwise known as Yahari or Seishun Love Kami wa Machigatteiru kan, or Climax, or End. Whatever it, I need to check up the freaking kanji for it. I just, man, I do apologize that the about you know what, I'm apologize even though I may not really have needed to apologize, and I have to apologize for the rant I had like in the previous episode regarding the fucking like the fandom that was there, or people that never really had a good opinion, may not truly have had a good opinion about the series to begin with. Oregairu is one of these shows where it never fails to really entertain me, and like in more than one way, and that's why it's my favorite. And I mean, I don't think there's any other rom-com that really does that. Even Kaguya-sama, like, I get it. Kaguya-sama is something else, but Kaguya-sama is with more the visual directing that helps. Oregairu runs on the subtleties and, you know, a lot of layers underneath. Kaguya-sama has a lot of showcasing, so it can make up for the fact that Kaguya-sama can make up for the fact that it doesn't really have much depth regarding Oregairu, but it has more of the, you know, the better physical display. That's the nature of it. This is why I kind of hate how they're being compared, because, and like, there's also the fact that it has to, you know, don't apologize, it was fun. Okay, well, I did get on attention. I mean, I know there are other people that did not have, like, there was that one guy, I don't know, he was like talking about the he was just rambling about, like, oh, I don't like this film. I was like, oh, I never fell in love. Like, that guy, whoever that guy was, like, he played himself. Yeah, like that guy that was in chat there, like he like, I don't know where he was going with that. That was kind of funny though. But yeah. So I heard about the, well, I was looking on Twitter and I was following Yahari, the author, right? I don't know. I mean, I would low-key hope he's watching this stream, but I cannot count on that. I would love it, but I'm just one out of fucking millions and billions of people in this world. There's no way. There's no way, and even more billions more accounts if you're considering the you know what? I'm just gonna get started. Whatever it is, and I did see the preview screenshots for it. I was not, but like, people were saying, what's with the animation? Like, I'm pretty sure it's how it is. I mean, I've seen other episode preview screenshots, they more or less look like that. But I'm just gonna jump to it. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. Let's get to this. Alright. And hopefully my the hotkeys I have, like, because the stream last time was like on red, and hopefully it, you know what, let me check. Is it good or not? Yeah, we're doing fine so far. I think it was because of the overflow of guys from the that wanted to see my reaction to that lit ass ReZero episode. You know. But anyways, let's get to it. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Oh boy. You know, this better be a lit, you know what would make it a lit episode? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna turn off the subtitles. They already have the subtitles here, you jackass. Listen to Sensei. True. Put it all in one word. Uh, you know what? You know what? Like, I cannot always take the sensei for granted when she's like this. I can never. Because she's always kind of been there for Hachiman in one way or another. There's no way I can discredit that. There's no way. Even if he's not direct and all. In another world, Hachiman would have paired up with her. Like, without a doubt. Are you okay with that though? Oh, did they skip the ending? I mean the opening? The sunset again. The sunset sort of background again. This feels weird too. The fact that they don't go to a club first, and just go back like that. He says he's gonna break that bogus relation. I don't agree, Archman. I don't think it's bogus. It's complicated. It's just complicated. It's fuck. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay. Don't go back to that old habit again, man. You kind of finally admitted that. Well, cool in the way that he has to play the villain. Ooh. So you just accepted that you actually liked that how it was connected, even though it started out as some fickle competition between you two. But she's right though. He's speaking up now. When he's starting just speaking up, man. He's do the sunset like while they were talking just had like a nice sort of setup to it. It's like the next phase. It always has some like next phase, a small step, like do like one out of 365 64 65 steps in a year, you know. Oh shit. God, give no. Cause she was not gonna win from the beginning. She wanted to believe that, but she couldn't. She just lied to herself to thinking she could get that happiness, but she can't. She isn't able to. Oh dear. The jig is up. uh, but oh, same thing too. Oh, she just called it. The way she just changed up her tone and just said that. Sorry. The only way she. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, I'm hearing this. I'm hearing that throwback music here. You guys just giving like, why do you have to? Can you explain yourself what it is? I sure wasn't. Yeah, he was listening to her. No, he wants she wants what we want, an ending. So what's the plan there? There you go. There you go, boy. Hmm. Hmm. But it is a volunteer based. I don't know about. I'm not so sure if I'll. Oh, good. True. 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 I don't see why you need to influence it when it's volunteer based. I don't see what you have to lose there. Besides, family reputation. Not just in charge of the of this event, by the way. There's something else. I don't need to say it. It was a feel good. Yeah, it's a feel good moment. he's is not just the he is not only Yukino that he has that Miss Yukino Sha has her eyes on. Yeah, because some people may not be satisfied with the first prom, and we don't hold it, and they don't hold it the same. They're not holding it the same way we do over here. So whether you like it or not, there's gonna be 2 proms. It looks like. Keep troubling you, because that's the only way we have a connection. He's just slowing down. It's just like, what? But her wish was to, yeah, yeah. Damn. No, he's saying the truth though. Just trying to close. Don't let that distance come. Awkward. At least he took a step there, man. What an indirect way to say. What an indirect way to say your feelings about here. Distort your life a little. That's that's one way to say it. You know what? I second that. I'm still at a phase where I'm at that position. At least at least I'm living. Time for investment. Yo, this is fucking special, man. Cherish this shit, man. Guys, please do, man. Uh, I'm a little uncomfortable. That's basically a confession, isn't it? There you go. I can't, man. Oh, oh man. Sorry. That deserved a standing applause. Finally! Finally! Finally. I cannot stop smiling, man. Oh man. Uh, at least I didn't cry. Oh man, it's about to end though. Man, and now the wrap up. How are they gonna tie this all up for the end, man? Title drop. Last episode. God damn. I need to rewatch this and put this on repeat. And then after this season is done, I'm gonna rewatch all of Oregairu again. That's that's the plan I have right now. That's legit the plan I have. And I mean, in before Light Out, we was like, oh wait, just go to cut off and then there. No, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Oh, I'm as bumpy as a rider was. That was worth it. That was worth it. You don't need a Shaft or Kill Annie makeover for that one. Like, this is like oh no. I know there's gonna be some people complaining about this part. It's like, we didn't cry. I don't think this scene was supposed to make you cry, but you're just like, God, finally, fucking hell. Oh my babe. I'm sorry. I can't. No, see, man, I'm not gonna comment on that one. I will actually have this removed. Like, you know what? I'm just remove it right now. You're obstructing the action. You're obstructing the talk here. That was oh my lord. The lead up to it as well. I mean, we have a little baby Roha there. We have a little cleanup there with the family. You know, Haruno is kind of just kind of right there. You know, Sensei is just kind of there. You know, giving Hachiman a little push and all. You know, I do feel bad for Yui. I did not. You know, it was to the point where I didn't feel as bad. It's just like I know she was not gonna have. It's like she knows it was not meant to be for her because what her wish is for. You know, Yukino wants Hachiman to grant Yui's wish, but Yui's wish turns out to be for Yukino's advantage. So basically, so to anyone who's still fucking complaining, Yukino, when she said grant Yui's wish, she literally asked to be a side character. That's what it felt like. That is what it felt like. Because from what I was told, the last 3 volumes were very Yui-centric to begin with, up to the last part. Up to that last part. But Yui wants those whimsical days how they usually have spent through the first 2 seasons to continue. And Hachiman decided to grant that wish. Whether or not Yukino was up for it. Now, I don't really want to talk much about the prom thing. It's just kind of part of the thing that is basically saying Hachiman wants to get more involved with Yukino in one way or another, like get involved with her life and whatnot. That is the most indirect way of him saying he loves her. You know what? That is actually one of the best confessions you can have. Yeah, the build-up is the build-up is quick. I will say that it is quick, but then again, there's Kakashikoto. The build-up to that was a bit too quick, but I'm fine with that. How that turned out, even then. So there's no way I would have that much of a complaint with it. I heard this was originally volume 12, but ended up to 14. And the second part of volume 14 was the original script. So I think they moved around some dialogues because people had some issues about some of the dialogue was just kind of shifted around. But I think it was a good move because it's a better sense of a build up. A better sense of a culmination, like just like all the sum of it, We haven't had a confession in the romance anime for a long time. Yeah, because the Kaguya-sama one, they're not gonna be doing that for quite a while, right? They're trying to get themselves to confess, and yet they couldn't get. And yet they cannot even get it's like a fucking war of attrition right now with Kaguya-sama, right? That's how it is right now. But at least to hear we're finally getting compromised, and boy, it was quite the journey. It wasn't all that perfect. I mean, it did get a bit bumpy down the final stretch. I will say that, but I feel like this scene, this episode, makes up for it. In my opinion, it genuinely does, and I can't tell you how much I'm just gonna go back and play the fuck out of it over and over, and yeah, it's such a gratifying feeling to finally get to that point. Let me see if I missed anything, like, oh man, oh fuck. Now my eyes kind of got watery here. Like, I need to take a break. You know what? I thought I would come into this episode getting really depressed again, but it was just had a sense of uplifting satisfaction. And I still got love. I still got love for you. She's one of my favorites. I mean, I love the cast of Oregairu, man. I mean, fuck. I mean, whatever comes to play. I mean, it wasn't a perfect. It wasn't perfect. It was still the weakest season overall, but the payoff had a lot of worth in it. And anyone who says otherwise, see yourself out. Just see yourself out. You wanted the ending, right? So you got so here's the ending. You're gonna complain about that. The only thing the only thing I would kind of give you a pass on if you didn't think if you felt like, if you didn't like that your basketball did not win. Okay, but from the start, guys, come on, man. We already know it was going to be Yukino that was going to end up with him. Now, here's one more thing. Now that it's pretty much confirmed that it's kind of like, are they gonna be in an official relationship, or is it just gonna play out the same way? I think it's just gonna play. I think that I think they may just end up where they were, maintaining this relationship, which is fine because that's what Yui kind of wanted. Because Hachiman is still wanting to grant the wish. But it's just that it's how are they gonna get to the compromise for that? Because the whole club thing was over, and now like they're gonna have to do a little bit of a sit down. I mean, there's still things to wrap up here and there. They'll answer that the next episode. Yeah. I figured they're gonna wrap things up, and I'm pretty sure the last line to the episode and the entire series is going to be the title. My team romantic my team romantic comedy is wrong and unexpected. That's gonna be the last line of the episode. The series. That's gonna be the last line. Yeah, I guarantee. It's just literally asking for it from the start. Oh man, I'm trying to. This bet. I mean, I don't expect this to trend. I don't expect this to trend because, frankly, there's people just giving up on. I'm not gonna expect it to trend like those other big series, but this is gonna be one. This is gonna be one for us, man. I will just say that. I don't know what else to say, guys. I could say a lot more, but I gotta get going. But I really gotta get going. I wish I could talk further, but I just got some stuff to take care of, and it's like there's nothing else for me to say here. This was a bomber, but this was a really episode, and like it had like, you know, I'm gonna maybe talk a little bit more. I like how indirect they are. Like, you see most rom-coms, right? They're a bit too upfront with things. Like, yeah, they're wishy-washy, but they're a bit too obvious with their lines here and there. But when you consider what the sort of character dynamics and the sort of chemistry they got going on, how they're so indirect with things, but you can tell what was going on, what they were really thinking. I mean, even if they try to warp into things. And what Hachiman does I like what he says, just like, my life is at rock bottom. So I don't think it will hurt for you to invest invest in it. You know, that's one way to kind of just like, you know what, go in, man. Like I'm like, you can, like, I think you can accept me or something. But oh man. Oh man, waited 5 years for this. 5 years was too long, but 5 years was too long, to be honest, though. But sooner later than never. Man, it just the convention thing was great. The transition to it was pretty good too. I mean, they did need to wrap up some stuff regarding the whole prom. You know, the sub prom thing, because, you know, some people did not like how the first one went. 6 years of 6 years of wait, 5 to 6 years waiting. We finally get it. And it's not your typical confession, as expected. So, did I just quote him? Sorry, but I have no word. I can't say this is a great episode. It's so satisfying. It's so it also goes to show how much Hachiman has grown, and you gotta imagine how much he will grow. Like when he does grow up as a college, like when he's about around in his mid-20s or something, like he's gonna be one of those just like, yeah, I've been there, but I've learned. I'm managing somewhere in life, and that's how it's. And if anyone has a problem with this, I mean, if anyone had a problem with that, then I don't know what you want to expect. I mean, in the end, there are going to be people that don't agree with this, but this was all kind of, because this was told. This was all, focusing on Hachiman, for the most part. How his sort of how he's so self-depreciative, and how he's kind of matured to this, and like at least he's now seeming, and you can still like early on he finds it really hard to trust people. And he is often a hypocrite at times. But all of us have been hypocrites at, some of us more than others. But he is not. But as the series go along, he starts to listen more. Like he seems to trust more in them, and it is more. And even though he is supposedly a loner, there's people around him that generally are, looking at him, just wanting to. Some of them do want to help. Like Yui and Yukino are just kind of there, and they've really influenced him. Sensei was a big help. Yahari to a certain extent. Haruno to a certain, like there a lot of factors really played. Even Tosuka of all people, sort of, because it just kind of constructed his rather abnormal high school life, and experience just really had quite a substantial effect, on on the kind of person he becomes later on in the series. Yeah, the similarities with Orochi are really real, but I don't know if Orochi did not have that sort of the same sort of development like Hachiman did, in my opinion. I still love Hyoka because it had a really nice knit cast, the whole setup. But I think this one is just, this one has just had more to it. Oh, actually, no. Hajime was introduced as an even worse situation than Orochi, to be honest. Orochi is just lazy. He's just very conservative. Like Hachiman is just doesn't trust everything else in existence, literally. Well, except Komachi, though. Yeah, Orochi didn't change that. I'm not saying Orochi didn't get development. Didn't get some sort of development. We got a great characterization though, but Hachiman's is just something else, because it is something we like to see, and more or less relatable. I don't like it when people say it's not relatable anymore. I think the issue with those sort of people is that they're already successful, and they're just like, oh, we don't see it in the same way. I would bring up Sangatsu no Line as a example for something, as why Sangatsu, but I don't want I don't want to bring that up because my personal opinions about that show may not be as positive as some people do have. But Hachiman's is like the relatability of it is more like you can look back and just like we did all these foolish things. We were convincing ourselves like this is the best way we can do things. Like there like for a lot of us who weren't very social or tried to be social, but it was kind of it's not the connections were not really as genuine as you would like it, as you would have wished they were. But man, it's Hachiman plays the bad guy season 1, season 2 the genuine, and season 3 the confession. Like these are rare but so good, and this is genuine. This confession is genuine for sure. I mean, I just gotta really process this, for the rest of the day. Like maybe just watch some lighthearted stuff to just kind of ease up on the thing that's just gripping my heart right now. I just feel this weight just kind of lifted, and my heart's just like, it just feels a little bit weird right now. So the real best confession was the one from season 2. I mean, if you think that way, then sure. But when you want to wrap things up, this was the best one. I'm watching Lucky Star after this. Go do your thing, Zasu. Go do your thing. Lucky Star is just is silly as hell, but it's silly as hell, so that will work. Right? Like we got to watch Eurocamp with K-On or something like that. I have to go back to reading some more of the light novels though a little bit later today, because obligations here. But yeah, this was a great episode. It's not perfect. There were some hitches here and there, but it was an overall satisfaction I can roll with. And anyone who thinks otherwise, fuck off. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this edition of Anime Live Stream Reactions. And boy, the finale is gonna come next week. So like, share, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments down below. Follow me on other social media platforms, including my Twitter. You can also join my Discord server or support me on Patreon. But that's gonna do it for this edition of Anime Live Stream Reaction. So this is Station signing off. See you next time. Take care, stay safe, guys, and have yourselves a good day.